XRP holders, the first thing I want to tell you, we are going to massively skyrocket in price. Everything. The president of the United States is telling his entire administration, accumulate and accumulate as much Bitcoin possible. I take that as do that, but with XRP, do that, but with Ethereum, Cardano, and whichever you want. Very happy and blessed to be back, everybody. What a nice trip. Enjoy, relax, energize family. Now, holding the trenches down, that's what we've been doing for the last years or so, because the incoming altcoin season is ahead. And what is the number one economy in the entire world doing? 166 page mentioning crypto, Bitcoin, digital assets, stable coins, and more. I don't need to read it. I will, but I don't need to read it to get excited and putting my money where my mouth is. And that is if I do not take the chance to go all in and I let the entire United States know what I know or what's inside this report, it's over. And I'm not going to be extremely wealthy. You feel me? Feel? I want us to go to this because yesterday, this guy continues pausing. But even, listen, guys, I think not many people get it. I'm going to say it the way I perceive it. Guys, even with a pause, the price of everything is doing very nice at 3 and Bitcoin at 118, even with a pause. This is so good. What an official crypto report. We also have this video. We're going to go ahead and take a look at it, fam. But basically inviting, right? That's Bo Hines. There's even the SEC chair. The SEC chair is right there. Obviously, there's David Sachs. That's him too. There was a picture that I'm going to go ahead and show you. That's the Secretary of the Treasury right there. I mean, who else do you want? Everyone, of course. They're all insiders and they're going to make a lot of money. But the point is, I want to take a look at this, and guess what? There's an interview, right? Asking this guy should cut. He's affecting families. So, Jerome Powell, we're looking at you guys. Go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notification bells, and welcome. Taking a look at the comments, and I appreciate you guys for being here yesterday, posting and letting you know. Funny how things happen. Went live by accident at the airport, but thanks to my team and you guys, appreciate it for capturing that. There's a lot going on, and we always have to be ready for whatever opportunity comes. Always do your research, and thanks for coming in. Now, price of XRP continues dropping a little bit, but in the long term, it's still the same. It's consolidating in the $3, so no worries. If, like I told you many times during the live, I'm not hiding it, right? If it drops under 3, I'm buying back in. Right now, I've been accumulating Ethereum, but I'm going to update my private community and everybody on what things are going to change because I have arrived to a level that I wanted for Ethereum. So I'll keep you knowing the incoming videos, guys. Now, BTC continues at that level, went down to 115, but immediately coming back up. So a bunch of shorts. I read that over $200 million in longs got liquidated yesterday because of whom? Because of this guy. You know it. One of the things that we're here for, and I'm excited, is for the report. What happened? What is it talking about, right? Well, here we have some summaries. So take a look at this. The White House just published a 166-page digital asset report, 391 mentions of crypto, 130 mentions of Bitcoin, 32 mentions of DeFi, and 28 mentions of Ethereum. We want forever, right? Breaking new U.S. report released today mentions cross-border payments over 30 times in the report. So I try to look for XRP. There's no XRP. So if you do XRP, nothing. If you do Ripple, there's 2. there's just some sources, references, right? Notes at the bottom. But if you do Bitcoin, there's over 130, right? So you already know what they're putting their prioritization, right? Because BTC is what all of those whales have. I get it. If you do crypto, there's over 300 plus. Makes sense. It's a crypto report, digital assets, so makes total sense. How about Ethereum? There's 20 something. So one of the reasons that we hold Ethereum, we hold Solana, we hold Bitcoin, just FYI, guys, don't let them go before it's too late. Now, XRP holders, let's go ahead and take a look at this one, because what I told you at the very beginning, this administration is accumulating everything they can. That is one of the reasons I keep accumulating crypto. Don't let this pass.
Any plans to purchase Bitcoin? Is there anything new that you have to share here?
Well, look, I've said repeatedly, we want to accumulate as much as we can possibly get, and these budget neutral ways that are outlined in the SBR executive order. We also have the Digital Assets National Stockpile, which gives credence to other ecosystems and what's being built elsewhere in the space. As the president likes to say, we have very smart people in the administration that are working on this. I think that we'll move on ways of accumulation that can be implemented most expeditiously. And I think that people will be very pleased with what we come up with. But I also encourage people just to understand that there's an infrastructure piece of this as well. And Treasury is working diligently on that, making sure everything's set up properly so that we can move forward in the best way possible.
Yeah, and I guess what I would add is the executive order that the president issued on January 23rd really tasked the working group to making fulsome recommendations on the legislative and regulatory perspective for creating the best environment for the industry to thrive in the United States. That's really sort of the core competency and importance of this report. Separately, there is a different executive order, as Bo just mentioned, relative to the digital asset stockpile and the strategic Bitcoin reserve.
And the one thing I will add to that as well is, we love Bitcoin. We understand it's unique. I think we've said that repeatedly. Bitcoin is digital gold, and we're going to continue to beat on that drum over the course of the next few months.
They're sharp as a tack, guys. They're sharp. They're sharp. Same as Ripple, Brad, and many other different Charles and more. They know what they're speaking. I don't want to go against the grain, right? Because we're too early to. Bam, if you want to start buying BTC, Ethereum, or of course XRP, join me. First link down below, BTCC. There's other different channels, right? Crypto.com, BingX, Weeks, Bitunix. A lot of people like Bitunix too, which is fine. I have a great community there too. But shout out to BTCC for helping us and being one of our long-lasting partners. All you have to do is sign up with your email, password, and you're gonna get bonuses, lower fees, and more, up to 500x leverage. I know people holding XRP, there's always some giveaways and chances for you to make a lot of money with this one. Now, guys, we also have this. It's about 50 seconds. We like to hear what they have to say about Jerome Powell.
Don't you ever feel sorry for Jay Powell at all?
No, I don't feel sorry for Jerome Powell. He's worth over $200 million. Who I feel sorry for is the Americans who can't get a mortgage because interest rates are at 20-year highs. I feel sorry for the fact that they can't start a family, they can't grow a family, they can't buy a home. I feel sad for the single mom in East Baltimore or in East Cincinnati who can't get a credit card because Jerome Powell is trying to undermine the President of the United States. I'm sorry, Stuart. I don't feel sorry for a man who is using his political position to undermine the duly elected President of the United States. Jerome Powell, one, needs to lower rates, and two, needs to open his meetings up. Our founding father, Stuart, would be appalled to learn that a secret group of bankers is meeting behind closed doors, and we have no idea what they're actually doing in their deliberations.
Don't you ever feel sorry for...
Fam, I repeat this over and over. Jerome has a time. It's a due date. He won't be the chair for long. Next year he leaves. They're not going to fire him. They're not going to remove him. I mean, it does look that way. But I'm not going to wait until he's out. The next day, see the market and everything's green through the roof. I'm not going to wait until that day to say, I'm going to buy. I'm going to get in, because it's going to be too late. It's going to be actually following his nickname, too late. So yesterday we watched it live. Appreciate you guys, over 30,000 people views and more. So We understand that Jerome, well, it's someone that's not going to change for anybody. He knows the Constitution, nobody can remove him, right? So, well, all we can do is wait, buy, accumulate, and still the price of crypto has gone up with him at the helm. What's going to happen when he gets removed, or this incoming September FOMC, he starts cutting? Better times, better things to come. I'm telling you guys. So if it's above $3, because I already have enough, I'm feeling pretty good. But if it goes under 3, I'm going back in at XRP. He's angry, or he's too angry, too stupid, too political to have the job of the Fed chair. Trillions of dollars, he says. Total loser, and our country's paying the price. So Trump, you know that he doesn't like to wait. He doesn't like to watch someone hurt the country this way. But we'll be watching as witnesses, right, how things evolve. And there's more and more. That's David Sachs. It's really, really nice, guys, when they make it official, when everybody's here supporting. Political theater or bullish? I feel really, really bullish to have this great team of people, right? Group of people that are ready to send it for the United States. And if you're already in crypto, this is music to your ears, right? Because you're gonna help us get rich faster. By the time people actually understand, oh, should I buy Bitcoin? We would already have and be ahead of the game. There you have it, everybody. We're obviously going to have other different chances to examine the crypto report, because there's so much here that it will take me a live stream maybe. But I just wanted to make sure that you are aware what's official, what's out, what you as XRP holders have to be watching. Drop a like, fam, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Peace.